Hey my beauties, and welcome to InStyles. So as you know, I am a fan of Urban Decay. I always have been, and hopefully I always will be. But there are some things about this new palette that I don't like and I do like, and I will share that with you today in this video. So as you already know, Urban Decay came out with a palette just a month ago, the 15th anniversary palette, which we were all running to the stores to get. And I can honestly say I love that palette more than I love this one. So if you have to choose between the two, in my personal opinion, go for the 15th anniversary palette. The colors are more unique, and even though it's less of a frou-frou palette, the actual eyeshadows, if that's what you're into, are really, really good. Now, if you're into all the extra stuff, maybe you'll like this palette a little bit more, but I'm going to show you both now, starting with the new Book of Shadows 4. So, in New York, this palette is not released until sometime in September. They haven't given an official release date yet. But if you were in Manhattan yesterday at the Sephora in Times Square, you were able to go to the event and pick up your Book of Shadows 4 early. So, it came in a little box, which is a exact replica. Usually they come in the plain clear casings, but this time it came in a box, and as you can see, this box is huge, as is this palette. You are getting, let's see, 16 colors, 16 eyeshadows, a little speaker to play on your phone. You're getting a waterproof eyeliner, and you're also going to get a mini primer potion and a mascara. And this palette is going to set you back about $70. Once you add taxes and everything else, and that's not including if you're paying for shipping and handling, this came up to like $69 and some change. So, the palette comes in this nice, cute pop-up box that has, it's the paper, you know, box. It has butterfly design on the front, which is like really, really cute, okay? And as you can see, this palette is bigger than the normal Book of Shadows, okay? As you can see, it's a little bit thicker. Just a tad bit thicker. If you look at the bottom, right there, you can tell that's how much thicker they are. Okay, and it is a tad wider or longer. Look at that. And it's even, if you can see it this way, longer this way. So this is a huge palette. Okay, now once you open up the box, it comes with a mirror and some pop-up butterflies. It also comes with a card that you can use to pull up some tutorials on looks that you can do using this palette. And it also comes with a little stand that you can put your phone and or iPad. And it has a magnet to close. That's the pop-up part. Now for the eyeshadows and the products that come in this palette. So you're getting 16 eyeshadows. Some of these are re-promote. Some of these just came out in the 15th anniversary palette, but we'll talk about all that later. Now, to me, the standout, in my opinion, of this whole palette was the 24/7 liquid eyeliner, because I do love this eyeliner. It's perfect. It's thin. It gives you a perfect, precise line, especially if you're doing like a wing or something. Perfect for that. Their famous mascara. Their famous primer potion in tube form this time. And you're also going to get a USB to hook up to your little mini speaker so you can play music. How neat is that? Now for the actual eyeshadows, I can honestly say that I was less than impressed. These colors to me seemed very unoriginal, very Urban Decay-esque. Nothing that I don't already have. Especially if you have all the other Book of Shadows, you might really, really, really want to pass on this palette. Only if you're a collector would I say get it. But I just decided to do this, didn't even think about it. Maybe I should pull out all of my other palettes and I can show you how this bears. The eyeshadows are so much like everything else that Urban Decay does. Okay, so I can also say in this palette, the only two that I think are fairly similar is nothing. They're all different, but you'll see the program that they do. They always put a pink, a brown, a purple, a green, a blue, and like a gray. They did the same thing here. This blue here, I'm gonna have to take the camera down. So let me do that and we'll come back and I'll put all the Book of Shadows close and I'll kind of show you what colors are similar to what. Hey guys, so this are all my Urban Decay palettes, I guess. And I'm actually, I didn't even notice. I put them in order by accident. So this is Book of Shadows 4. This is Book of Shadows 3. This is Alice in Wonderland. This is Book of Shadows 2. And that on the top is Book of Shadows 1. And as you can see, they all look fairly similar. Okay. Now, some colors that you probably could skip on in this palette is, of course, the infamous Baked. I'm so sick and tired of Baked. And this Blue Hues, which is actually a little bit more purple, actually looks a lot like Mayhem. So I'm going to swatch both of them on my finger for you. This is the Blue Hues. And this is Mayhem. They're very similar. Okay. Another color to me that is, you know, is Zephyr. It really didn't come in any of the other palettes, you know, but it's not a unique color. Skimp is whatever. Missionary, this one might not show up on, these two, Bust and Missionary, might not show up on a lot of people. Midnight Cowgirl, I don't like this color. It's like it's like Midnight Cowboy, but golder. Look at that. Hold on, let's give it time to focus. Okay, we don't like this one. And we even swatched it on our hand, and it's that chunky one right there. It's this one. We don't like that one. Then you have Sin. Sin came in the Alice in Wonderland. It was called Drink Me, Eat Me. Sin also came in another palette. I think it was the Naked palette. Midnight Rodeo. This was released in the limited edition. Crystal is, to me, just a dull color. I'm not really, it's just like a muted silvery color. I actually have it swatched somewhere. It's right here somewhere, but not too enthusiastic about this palette as I have been in the past. This green, which is Binder or Bender, really hasn't been released in any of the other palettes, and it's just like a very dark, deep green. Okay, more like Humid, very much like Humid. And I actually have it swatched here. It's right there on my hand. That's the purple. I do like, well, Gunmetal definitely came out in the Book of Shadows 2. There's Gunmetal. Cobra is a very unique one. Lost is a taupey brown, which is something that's not really unique. So, the only reason why I'm keeping this palette primarily is because I am a collector. To me, the standout products in this palette is the eyeliner, the mascara, the speaker. But other than that, this palette could definitely be done without. But like I said, I do have all of the other Books of Shadows. I usually don't get their smaller palettes. I usually just wait and get the larger ones, the Books of Shadows. But I hope you enjoyed this review. I'm so happy they didn't put a miniature eyeliner. Again, a 0. I would have freaked out. But if you have any questions, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for some video snippets from the event.